Well, it's time to check in with our very own Chad Douglas, who's out and about in the tri-state area this morning. He's live at the Quincy Arts Center.
That's right. We thought he would be doing some art projects, but he has some news to announce.
No, we have something even more exciting. I get to be the first to welcome you to the grand reopening of the Quincy Arts Center here. How cool are these doors? This place was built back in the 1880s, and these are original with the building, so they wanted to make sure and showcase those this morning. Mary Ellen Inman is here this morning, a board member. Yeah. How excited are you to finally get your doors back open after several months?
Oh, it was wonderful. We had plywood on there for months and months, but I don't remember how many layers of paint the people said that were on there, but you could not open the doors.
What does it mean to have these doors be part of the Arts Center?
Well, it's the people who've been here longer than I will tell you more than that, but I think it's wonderful to just be able to open the doors up and be able to have people come in that way. And I mean, we have the main entrance to the new part, but this is the original art center for.
And this will be when you come in for the open house. And
we'll have this. We'll have both of these doors open.
Okay.
Yeah. So it'll be. Very
excellent.
Good.
And the grand reopening is tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night from 6 to 7:45. Sharp 7:45 is the end of the bidding. but we're still going to be here. We've got wine and cheese and everything. The Hy-Vee is providing some of that, and it'll be in the new part of the building. But this part we're talking about is the silent auction, which is a great fundraiser for us. We're
going to talk about the silent auction
later
in just a bit. Yeah,
okay.
we got to keep them watching there.
Okay.
So that's what we're going to do. All right. So we're going to send it back to you guys in the studio, and we're going to let you know how you can land some of this art, which is all mostly done by local artists.
Most of this in this area.
We can show you how to land it in your home coming up.
Wine, cheese, art, sold.
I know. And 7:45. Sharp.
Well, we're kicking off your day with Chad Douglas, who is live this morning at the Quincy Arts Center.
He is. The Quincy Arts Center has done some remodeling, and they have a big unveiling and a fundraiser coming up.
Yep, the big unveiling is tomorrow night, starting at 6 o'clock. Mary Ellen Inman joins us now, talking about a silent auction, huge fundraiser for the Arts Center. We're standing in one of the galleries. What can people buy here?
Well, we have all kinds of art represented. We even have some art to hang outside. Teresa Spear brought this big piece there. We have oil paintings, watercolors, impasto. We have we have prints, reproductions.
Okay.
Original pieces. We have a piece over here that was done on a leaf, the owl.
Oh, okay.
That's a real leaf over there that she's done that on. We have some books that were upstairs that, you know, it's a set of books. I think
some pottery. Nice. You literally
lots
have
of pottery.
So everything in this room you can come bid on.
Yes, absolutely everything.
And how quickly will some of the stuff go?
How quickly?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be a silent auction.
Okay.
So they won't know until the end of the auction whether they won the bid or not.
So with the bid slip, you write down the bid and try to outbid the people.
You come in and get a number. And then we may have a minimum bid on a piece and we may not, but and then you start bidding and people have a lot of fun doing that because I got to outbid him.
Yeah.
So
as a board member, what's more exciting for you, getting to showcase some of this artwork and sell it, or to show the renovation?
Oh, both. Both are very exciting. I'm happy to do this. I'm actually one of those people who volunteered to do this because I think it's important that we finish up the renovation. The money that we got from the Illinois Arts Council took care of this section, and the doors and the new entry over this way. But we still have the hallway, the ladies' room, the men's room, the kitchen, all of that to get done. And then when we finish that, then the renovation will be complete.
Then it's complete. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about the history coming up in our next segment, because this place was built in the 1880s, so there's a lot of history to it. And we're going to hit some of that coming up in just a bit. Guys?
We were there. I was there just a few months ago. Looks completely different. Absolutely amazing.
You saw it when it was under construction.
Just
look at it now.
There's hardly anything really. I mean, there was some stuff in there, but now the walls are filled. Looks absolutely beautiful.
Just in time for tomorrow. But the 1880s, I had no idea that was that old.
For you. It's time to check in with our very own Chad Douglas, who is live at the Quincy Arts Center this morning.
That's right. Chad joins us with a sneak peek of what people can see tomorrow night.
It is very bright here in the Quincy Arts Center because of all the silent auction items, a lot of bright colors that you can come by tomorrow night if you would like. Ruth Ann Snowden joins us now. She's one of the local artists who has some artwork on display. Yes. We're going to talk a little bit about the history of the Arts Center building because it was built in the 1850s as a barn, but you guys have done some renovations and stuff. And one thing we wanted to point out were the barn doors. And you were very excited when you came in and saw these doors. What do these doors mean to you?
I was president of the Art Center in 1985, 86. We would bring in packaged exhibits from the Smithsonian.
Oh, wow.
We would have a semi-truck drive up the drive. We'd have to open the doors, and then they would deposit these huge crates of works in the center of the room. It was just so exciting.
And now to have them back after a few months of being closed.
Absolutely.
What else about the history of this place? You told me off camera your grandson came in. He was 8 years old, was very excited.
Yes, they have regular tours here for the Quincy Arts Center for the schools that come in. And he was told that this was a barn, and he was so excited. And then I was able to tell him a little additional information, how it was renovated into the Quincy Art Club to begin with, and then the Quincy Art Center was changed later on.
Well, there's obviously not enough time in these to learn the whole history since it's from the 1850s, but we appreciate the history lesson. We have some more questions for you too coming up in just a bit. You can come get your own view of the Quincy Arts Center tomorrow night during their grand reopening. More information on that coming up on KHQA This Morning.
And he said there's going to be wine, cheese, the auction. Such a fun event to be part of.
And local art. That's always a plus.
Exactly, buy local.
So-
Well, speaking of artsy, it's time to check in with our very own Chad Douglas, who is live at the Quincy Arts Center this morning.
That's right. He's been there all morning showing us the latest in local art and how you can buy a piece of it.
Yeah, there's black and white artwork here. There's color, there's watercolor, there's nature, there's buildings, there's all kinds of stuff here for the grand reopening tomorrow night, which goes from 6 to about 8:30, but the silent auction is going to end at 7:45 sharp, they tell me. Ruth Ann Snowden is here. She has some pieces of arts in the auction that you can buy, 3 pieces there. And you are a local artist. Why is it important for you as an artist then to donate some of your artwork?
I felt that the Quincy Arts Center really supports the regional artists, and so we have regional artists represented here.
Okay.
We have all genre represented, so whatever your taste is, I think you can find something.
You can find it here.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, what's it like for you as an artist when someone buys your artwork to display in their home or office?
I do not sell very much of my artwork. I'll be very frank with you.
Okay.
The reason for it, I focus on biblical art, and we don't have much of that. This is very unusual for me.
Okay, so this is different for you.
Yes, it is.
Something else that's interesting about tomorrow night with the grand reopening is, and when they come in and bid on these pieces, they're very likely to meet the artists such as yourself. There's going to be a lot of artists here tonight.
Yes. That really makes it very exciting because when you know someone and you can mention the artist's name and so forth, maybe even a little history about the work, that makes it special, very personal to hang in the home.
Right, what a good talking point when you say, yeah, I've met this artist, very nice. Well, we are not done here at the Quincy Arts Center. Coming up in just a little bit, we're going to talk more about the silent auction.
Perfect way to get your hands on, like we were talking about, local art, all about local.
I know. You mentioned there's all different kinds, a variety of watercolor, black and white, you know, just kind of all kinds of sketches.
Plus, there'll be wine and cheese there tomorrow, too.
I know. Maybe Chad Douglas has a theme song. We'll have to tweet him out and ask him what his is, because he is live today.
That's right. He is live at the Quincy Arts Center this morning. What's going on, Chad?
See, and I'm not even on the spot. I saw the tweet, I saw the Facebook post. I've been thinking all morning, what is my theme song? And I don't know if I have one. I'll have to think on that. Marianne Barnard is here with us this morning. She's a local artist and a connoisseur of art. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Why is it important that the community embrace a place like this?
We are so fortunate in Quincy to have the Quincy Arts Center available to the community, no charge to come in. You have memberships if you like, but it reaches out to all sorts of community members and the region. So we're fortunate to have this long-standing visual arts center in Quincy.
Yeah, very long-standing. Grand reopening tomorrow night. It's been down for a few months. How exciting is that?
This
for
is
you guys?
amazing because just taking care of a beautiful building like this in itself is a project. But then to bring all this wonderful artwork and get the community together to share, share their art or introduce people to new visual arts, I think it's important.
Why should someone come in if they're not necessarily, say, an art connoisseur, someone new to the community or new to art? What would they get out of coming to this open house?
I think getting comfortable around the visual arts and being able to just look at it and not feeling like you have to say something or everything is deep. You just let it talk to you. The art can talk to you. And so you come in and it's a non-intimidating facility and people here are to help you. They have programs at the Art Center for people who in the schools. However, just coming to this exhibit, just looking at art and thinking, I can relate to that piece, or this is very unique. What's it make me thinking about? So,
someone once told me that you should always have a piece of original artwork in your house. Do you agree with that, and why?
sure, everybody
As
has
an artist, you're like,
original-
yeah, buy mine.
Yeah, I know. Well, who doesn't have a clay pot or a piece of jewelry from their child from Mother's Day or May Day or something like that? So everybody has some. They just don't know it. It could be a rock that somebody dragged in from the yard and painted. But I think it's important to just know that you can be creative too.
Okay.
I think that being a visual artist is a wonderful thing. All the arts are wonderful, but today we're talking about visual arts.
Sure. Right, so we'll put the spotlight on it.
So it's, you could be a visual artist if you're so inclined. It might motivate you to pick up a paintbrush or work with a piece of clay.
Very nice. Well, you can check out some of the artwork here tomorrow night from 6 to 8:30. The silent auction again ends at 7:45 sharp. We're going to wrap everything up and give you all the details you need to know coming up in our next segment, guys.
Every time I go to the Quincy Arts Center, I'm always inspired to make something, or you get that little art itch, and this time is perfect to do it.
It is, because everybody, so creative. Everybody is creative in their own way. It doesn't mean that your artwork is any better than the next person's. It's how your vision is.
Exactly. And this is well, time to check in with our very own Chad Douglas, who is live in the Tri-State area this morning. He's live at the Quincy Arts Center, playing the piano, though.
Yeah, last time we saw him, he was at the piano, and he actually played a little, well,
Play a little something,
you could
something.
call it a song, I guess. Good morning, Chad.
Yeah, it was a little something. We won't say exactly what that little something was. Hey, this is just one room of artwork. There's a second room, too, that's available for the live auction, and literally everything in here is up for bid, except the piano. But Mary Ellen Inman joins us now. Why is the piano here?
Because we're going to have some live entertainment. Doris Malacarney, who a lot of people know in town, she'll be playing it throughout the bidding time. We'll also have a guitarist, Tim Smith, will be not in this room, but she'll be outside and maybe in the other room playing that too. We'll have refreshments, wine. I don't know what all the food's going to be, but I can promise that it's going to be
Wine and food,
wonderful.
that's good enough, right?
So that'll be going on all through the time that the bidding is going on. So
Sure.
people can wander in and out and check on their bids, and so we're really excited. We think last year we had a great fundraiser doing this. This year it should be even better because people will know what to expect.
Plus, you get to show off the
local
renovation.
artists, yes.
And the local artist.
Yeah, the renovation is great. Some people won't notice it that much because we didn't change the architecture of anything, because you can't be doing that once it's on,
Sure.
some historical thing. But the doors, we did have them open last year, but it was a
Well,
very difficult.
They'll be open tomorrow night. Things
be
start
open?
at 6
Yes.
o'clock and goes till 8:30. Silent auction will end at 7:45 sharp, Mary Ellen says. So be sure and check it out. We're at 1515 Jersey Street here in Quincy. Guys?
All right, perfect. And nothing to do tomorrow night? Definitely a chance to get your hands on some local art there.